My name is Ping and welcome to another video. Today, I want to share my experience with how I trick my body to sleep during the day. So I am someone who's known as the person who sleeps a lot. I went to a retreat, Uluru, 2 years ago with a group of people that are now my friends. They know that I sleep on the bus during meal breaks. Whenever there's a break during the day, I sleep. I didn't intend to be so sleepy all the time, but it was just my natural state. So the other thing about me is I don't drink coffee. I only drink mild tea. So when I brew my tea, I only put a little bit of tea bags, and I drink through that for five recharges. So by the fifth refill, the water almost tastes like water. There's no tea in there. That's how I get through my day. I drink a lot of water. So I keep my body in a natural state as possible. So that way I can manage. So I know immediately if I'm unwell. For example, the first indicator I know that on a day I need to take a leave is because it's on a day I couldn't wake up. Naturally, I wake up about 6 or 7. But if I don't wake up by that, and if I do wake up, but my body immediately goes back to sleep, and by the second time I'm kind of fully like awake for the day, it's about 9 o'clock. I know that my body is giving me an indicator that it's unwell. It needs rest. And I also sleep between 9 to 10, so I sleep rather early. On some occasions, the latest I've ever slept was about 12:30 a.m. So I keep my body in a natural state, so I know when my body is needing recharge or my body needs rest. That just helps me to manage my body effectively. So today I want to share how I trick my body to sleep when I'm anxious. So my body naturally goes to sleep when it's relaxed and all well, but there are circumstances around me, for example, period of time that where I'm under a lot of stress, under a lot of uncertainty, then it's likely that my mind is still trying to process a lot of information actively, and my body is exhausted and needs to sleep. So I want to share with you how I trick my mind and my body to collaborate with each other, so I can have so my body can recharge for 30 minutes, 45 minutes. This is really good if you want to, if you're preparing for the afternoon, you're exhausted from the morning routine, and you just want to recharge your body for the best efficiency that you could possibly can from the nap. So in this video, there will be 3 parts. First of all, I will talk about how to manipulate the energy that's around you for your mind to close off. And then the second thing I will talk about is how to build your body gradually build your body into a sleep mode. And then thirdly, I want to talk about how to actually position your body so your body can relax and sleep. So a little bit of note about what I'm wearing today is I'm actually wearing something that I actually like. So I'm a cotton person, so cotton is my comfort. It's my comfort material. So when I'm wearing cotton, I think it's because when I was young, I was brought up with a lot of cotton material. So when I'm wearing cotton, gives me a piece of the safe environment that I have when I was a little baby, that it was wrapped in cotton. So cotton is my go-to material. But if your material is wool or something else, always go to your comfort clothing when you want to relax your body, because your body do not want to be processing more information when it doesn't need to. So let's get started. The first thing you want to do when you are setting your room for a restful, sleepful night is first thing you want to ensure that your room doesn't have moving energy. And to do that, you will close your doors, so keep the energy moving as slow as possible within the room. So after you have closed the door, you want to make sure every single window that's inside the room is also sealed off. There's no energy coming in. If you do feel like the temperature is going to rise, then you might want to consider a little bit of breeze coming in. But otherwise, keep the energy in the room moving as minimum as possible. So the other thing is, because the door is already closed, the air that comes through the window will be minimum, because when you have a tunnel, so both ends, the air will move much quickly. But if you have one end sealed off, then the other side will move much slower. So make sure there's no two windows facing each other that has moving air. So I'm just gonna quickly roll this window in so there's no air coming in, and then I'm gonna shut the blind. So I don't want light to come in, because light does carry a little bit of active energy, and our body will instinctively react to that. So I'm just making sure, because there's a little bit of plants around, so I'm just gonna make sure that it is as dark as possible. So I have this lamp, and it's a Himalayan salt lamp, which was quite a thing back then. I believe it's still a thing. Maybe not as heavily advertised in the current days, but it was definitely something that was heavily advertised. So I experience seasonal depression. So during winter, because of the lack of light, I can obviously feel that my body easily become depressed. Maybe not the kind of depression, not the depression stage, but definitely I could feel my body lacks energy. I could feel like my mood isn't as bright as my summer days. So I bought this Himalayan salt lamp, which you can see that I'm trying to dust off, because it has been sitting on my next to my bed for the last 4 or 5 years. It has helped me heavily, especially in winter days, where the light is the sunlight, the daylight stops about from 5 p.m. ish, and that's when I have this lamp on from that point before I fall asleep about 9 o'clock. So I want to talk about how this thing helps me. So first of all, when I'm preparing myself to night, I go into the room. I don't turn the usual light on, because that's too bright for me. Because when the light comes down to my face, I could feel like my forehead is a bit stressed. I could feel like there's too much light. It's just emulating the day. So I have this thing on so I can see what's on the floor. I'm a rather messy habitant. So my room is not always, the path isn't always clear. And I like to make sure that I'm not stepping onto things. So I turn this thing on to the brightest possible. And obviously gradually through the night, that as my mood changes, I'm more sleepy, I turn the lamp down, turn the light density down, so until about the minimum, and that's when I know that my body, how I know I'm ready to sleep is when I can roll my body over, not facing the lamp, and I could fall asleep without being interrupted by the light is on. And sometimes I do roll back I don't usually sleep from 9 to the next day. What I tend to happen is during the midnight, I tend to wake a little bit. If I don't go and grab my phone, I don't interrupt my sleep. I just know that I'm consciously aware that my surroundings, I'm awake, I'm not active, I'm not deeply asleep. Then I would either turn the lamp off if I'm bothered, or I would just leave it on. Depends on how I am. Sometimes before I go to sleep, I sometimes watch videos, and that helps to wind me down, because I'm observing information. So one of the things, if you're struggling with sleeping, is try to do some learning that you hate to do. Because when you try to learn things, your brain's like, too much information, I'm just gonna shut down. Then okay, as soon as you get the signal, then your mind is trying to shut down, put the books or put the learning material aside and just sleep. That's how I do it as well. And then I fall asleep. But because it's not a deep sleep, because it's introduced by brain is not willing to absorb more information, then the light will mostly like to be on during the time that my body is introduced. My body's experience introduced sleep by lack of willingness to learn. So this is this part. So I'm going to demonstrate how I found the most effective way to help your body to relax, so you can have a nice sleep, or fall asleep quickly. So you will lay down as usual, but you probably wouldn't be feeling anything different. Your mind is probably still thinking about trying to remember everything you have done today, trying to wind down. So mindfully, you will draw your mind. You will close your eyes. You will close your eyes first, and the position of your arms and hand, you will draw them closed, but not too close. You want them to be shoulder width apart. So you have a nice point from your shoulder and right down to elbow and to the side of your body. So the mindfulness you put in here. So what you will then do is you will turn your palm facing down. So this helps you helps you handle close off any energy that is still attached to the day. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna bend your knees up a little bit. Of course, you probably will be taking your socks off. That's a good idea. So your feet can breathe. So you will draw your feet up a little bit, and it will bend into a nice 90 degrees angle. This will help your lower back to push down. So during the normal day office sitting or whatever work you do, it's most likely your lower back will be extended and will be stretched. So you want to lower that to help the tension to fall back in. So we'll do this for a little bit, and your palms palm down, and then you will roll your shoulder down a little bit, so you will be focused. Now take a deep breath. And let your feet slide down, so your knees not in 90 degree angle, and it's nice and relaxed. Then you pull your feet back a little bit to rotate the ankle a little bit. So, and then let it fall into the place it's best to be. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna pull your blankets, and you're gonna wipe around yourself to keep yourself warm, because a lot of time the more relaxed you are, the more you will be able to feel that the surrounding you is actually quite cold. But this is only applicable if the outside temperature is quite cold. But if you're in summer, please do also put a blanket around you, so keep a little bit of weight. And you want to have the weight of the blanket evenly distributed around your body, so covering your feet. The best thing is always cover your feet. I always found if my feet is exposed, I cannot rest too well. And then you want to have your hands inside. Maybe not so much in the shoulder if you're not feeling too cold. And just stay in this position for like as long as you can. Whether you fall asleep or not, that's really depends on how much rest your body needs. Right now, I just kind of woke up like 3 hours ago, so it's unlikely that I'll be fall asleep in this position. But this is just the how I help myself to fall asleep if later during the day, especially when I feel tired and I can't fall asleep effectively. Hope this tip helps you. Hopefully this tip, let me know in the comments if this tip actually works for you. Bye now.